This offseason, Loud were supposed to be a team on the come up. They had kicked who they thought was the problem in Robbie BK and have a top 5 player in Americas, in my opinion, in Luke Show. He is truly an elite player, and with this core surrounding him, he was supposed to help them ascend to new heights. Even if those heights were only middle of the pack, it would be better than what came before. Unfortunately, things have only gone downhill from there. They continue to, for some reason, put, in my opinion, the worst Yoru player in VCT on Yoru. And the worst part is, they will not stop with Yoru comps. For example, Loud won Breeze in large part due to Verdi, who is good on other duelists, match MVPing on Jet. They then play a Yoru comp on Pearl, where countless teams have shown you can play KO and literally any other duelist you want, within reason. They then got 2-13, winning only the pistol and then the round after. This is an embarrassment to a very historic organization, and I think a lot of people have started to wonder what's going wrong. Now, I don't want to just hate on Verdi, but a lot of it does fall onto his Yoru. We're going to try and take a deep dive into what's going on with this Loud team, why they're a failure, and how to fix it. I'm Lionzblade, and I'm really trying to get to 10k before my birthday in 7 weeks, so if you guys could subscribe, it would mean a ton to me. It's completely free and it helps me out. We just hit 8k, and I'm super proud. Let's keep going. Loud are going into an art fight, and within the first 10 seconds of the round almost, Verdi's Yoru rears its head. He uses a flash to get out of the choke point that his team is already out of, and then watch this fight super carefully. This is a pretty standard setup from 100 Thieves. They've ran this several times. Timotino goes 1 for 1. But wait, not only is Verdi full blind from his own flash, now you have his teammate unable to swing because of the flash. If you look back here, he ends up full blinding Luke Show. Right here, you can see, before it switches, his face is lit up. He full blinds both of his teammates and effectively, single-handedly ends up losing them this round. Luke Show's not able to fight with them and then gives Cryo 2 1v1s, which is something you don't want to do. Pancata and Darker can't recover this round, and instantly, 100 Thieves gain an advantage. Now, I want to make it very clear. I don't think Verdi is a bad player. Some players just can't play certain agents. Again, he match MVP'd on Jet in the map before this, probably pulling Loud across the line. So I don't want this to seem like I'm just hating on him. He just is not playing Yoru well, and Loud need to realize that and switch comps. KO works on Pearl, and a bunch of other maps where you don't just have to play Yoru anymore. Every Valorant team in every comp has a limited number of flashes, and needs to be intentional about how they use them. Obviously, you know why flashes are important, at least I hope you do, but when you have such a limited amount, again, you need to have intention behind them. Verdi's first flashes use B-Long here. Unfortunately, it's smoked off, but they don't know that. Fine, it's a decent flash. But now, you have one flash left for the round. That is it. That is all you get. Whenever you use it, you have to be intentional with what you do. Now, 100 Thieves end up getting Cryo posted on this A line. Loud go back there after not really seeing anything B and have Pancata try and sell a fake. Then, once they go through here, droning him out, watch this trip. Because again, the flash needs to be able to have an impact for you to be able to play Yoru at a decent level. Flashes, and great, it's wonderful. Cryo's blind. But the trip is right there. And, which, by the way, I don't think I've seen this in VCT, at least not regularly in a while, the trip doesn't get broken. It just slows them, so you can't do anything off the flash, you can't punish, and because of that, Loud, they've been defaulting around, they don't have any utility for this execute except for a single missile, right? The observers aren't showing it, but there's a missile right there. Cryo's able to go 1 for 1 as the solo side anchor because there's no flash to force him off that angle, and then Loud, scared of the Waylay ult, scatter to the winds, right? Timotino has Waylay ult, so they're forced to play off site. Slight issue with that. Pancata is in Timbuktu. If he takes 5 steps back, then he is literally as far as he can possibly get from the bomb. Then they have Luke Show play on site to, again, try and be the hero here, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad strategy. Obviously, you are a little scared of that Waylay ult, but if he loses this fight, it is effectively a 2v4 for the next, 20 seconds, except for the pull that Pancata is going to have. That's it. Again, he is too far away, and he's shift walking. Why are you shift walking? Are 100 Thieves going to be here? Are they going to be holding? This isn't ranked, man. Why are you shifting through your own spawn when the bomb has been down for 10 seconds? Luke Show loses the fight, and through no fault of his own, the round is over. Because he had to be the hero there. Metaphorically, what he has to do for Loud this season. because now, obviously, Teo plays for the missiles, but it's not enough. The Waylay ult, even though it doesn't end up actually getting someone, the only stall you have is the missile and then the suck. No one on site, you have to fight back into this against an Astra who already has the smoke up. And wait, the suck gets negated. Bang, saves that suck from actually mattering at all, and the round is over. It's pretty embarrassing, man. Loud are a historic organization. I think VCT is better when Loud is good. They're one of those teams that you have to respect if you came into Valorant earlier. But the last couple of years, there's been nothing to respect, and I think that's kind of sad, because I really wish they were a better team. They're one of those organizations that command respect. The logo, the name, the history. They need to be good. Lock in, boys. I'm not going to act like Loud 100% would have won this round. They're on a really weird bye, and to be frank, no one can fully predict outcomes. However, to give your team a chance to win the round, you need to buy a flash. You are the person that has to sacrifice something. Normally it's an initiator, but now, Verdi, it is you who needs to sacrifice some weaponry, some other utility, which you didn't buy here either. So you need to downgrade the Marshal, which I don't know what you plan on doing with it, not entrying, but you downgrade it to a Sheriff. Do something so you can buy a flash and your team doesn't end up standing outside of a smoke here and then just walking in. I'm not going to pretend that this is like some huge, oh, they 100% would have won, but you are running into 2 players. That's it. Cryo has an outlaw. Like, there is definitely an in this round, right? You kill those players, you get the guns, you've got some good ults for post plant if you can build up to them, and you already have KJ ult. This is winnable if you're able to flash out the smoke and not just let Asuna just aim labs after Cryo gets that first kill. I really don't like focusing negative attention so much on one specific player, but at this point, I mean, what else is there to say? You need to be aware of these things. Alright, Verdi bought flashes, improvement. Sad thing is that they're finally executing with 30 seconds left and no utility. You have, again, a Teo Molly, that's about it. Timotino just gets free aim labs. He must have bought aim labs premium or something, because he gets a aim lab session every 3rd round because they have no utility to explode out of the choke point. The duelist, like, he's not an entry duelist either, and it's just Timotino getting free kills. I'll play KO for you guys. Please, this is my offer to you, Loud. Vamos. I'll play KO, bro. Just switch the comp. I'm begging you. I am begging and pleading. This hurts to watch. I don't want to do this, and this is genuinely painful for me. Like, I am feeling pain here. Alright, it's a bye round. They have 4 ultimates, really high impact ones as well, and your one-off Teo ult. Verdi has bought 2 flashes. We're in there, boys. Alright, home free. Let's see what we can get done. We're going to place the KJ ult down after flashing for pretty much nothing, just that tiny peek, and then we go back. Alright, KJ ult down. Now, all we need to do is combo this Astra ult, which we're about to do, and whatever you do, don't peek before either flashing or the Astra ult goes down. Ideally both. Then you have all of sight and you can try and win a round. Guess what Verdi does? He dry peeks before the Astra ult is down. I don't want to watch this. And can Demon 1 fill in for me? Just me specifically. That's what I want. I want Demon 1 to fill in for me specifically, because I can't do this anymore, bro. It is comical. Like, I want you guys to understand, there are like 3 things he could do here, right? He could have bought a clone and had it hit the angle first. He could have flashed this angle, or he could have waited for the Astral Wall to go down, or just the smokes to go down, which I don't think they actually listen to smokes, they're just the Astral Wall. Whatever you do, the one thing that you can't actually do is just dry peek the angle. I don't understand the thought process, man. I really don't. Again, I hate piling onto one player like this because it sucks. This is causing me pain. I don't even root for Loud. How are Loud fans alive? This is every Loud attacking round summarized, colorized 2026 edition. They prod one area of the map. Then they hold or whatever they do. They wait here and they're like, okay, you know, we're going to prod towards B. I don't like this B side. I don't like how it smells, right? Now we're going to go back to A. Oh, wait, we've given up all this A space for free. Again, this is literally every round either Timotino or Cryo's here. Not every round, but most. Timotino or Cryo is holding this A line here because they've been given it for free every time. Then Loud goes poking and prodding over there. Then they go, no, I don't want this anymore. Timotino's able to get out because he's playing Waylay, because he has a teammate playing playing KO. Waylay is, by the way, the best duelist in Valorant right now, as long as you're able to support it properly. But we're going to run Yoru instead with a guy who doesn't know when, how, where, why a Yoru flash. Then we're going to go back B, 30 seconds on the clock, and it's a good call. The fake has been sold miraculously. It's just Asuna here. But every single time Loud get in a favorable spot, something goes wrong. Either they need Yoru to flash out of a choke point and he doesn't have any flashes, or they need another choke point to get flashed out of and Yoru's with the other side of the pack, right? Something goes wrong. In this case, Asuna, bang, gets the flash, takes him down, right? Another flash, kills 2, fatal, does not matter, right? And then this choke point now that Asuna has been able to stall, been able to do all this because he wasn't like forced off this at all. Granted, they probably didn't expect a peak like that, but now, like I said, if Yoru is needed, he cannot flash. Either he's there and doesn't have it or isn't there. And then, bang, nothing. Bang, hold the smoke. Farm BLR rating. 100 Thieves win, baby. I will give him credit. He did buy both flashes this round. You can see he's at 100 credits because he bought the Stinger and flashes. But at a certain point, it just gets so unbelievably tiring of just losing because you wait until the last second when your Yoru either doesn't have any flashes or, again, time is so low that any little thing by 100 Thieves, and I have a lot of players that can do this type of stuff, will stall and lose you the round. It's just, I'm sorry, Loud fans. Sincere apology, man. Really, sincere apology. I truly, truly feel you, and I am so, so sorry. Alrighty, guys, pop quiz. Verdi is about to swing an angle. Will he, A, not flash at all, B, flash and full blind himself and the rest of his team, C, fake clone the angle, or D, flash something else entirely? You have 3 seconds to lock in your answer. 3, 2, 1. The answer was A. He does not flash at all and gets sat down and dies. And the worst part is, I understand, right? Because like I've been saying, he's been using them too early. This round, he only has 1 flash total. But it just seems like every single decision he makes with them is wrong. And it's really, really unfortunate because it makes it so difficult to win. I think that if you're running solo Yoru and your Yoru's flashes aren't actually being utilized properly, you're not going to win that game 99% of the time, no matter how good the rest of your team does, right? Luxio can't do that much with this, and it's very, very unfortunate to see. But Loud's problems do run deeper. You would think, okay, maybe they win some on defense if they're not able to get stuff done on attack because of Yoru issues. No. Again, the only problem is not Verdi, but Verdi is a major part of that problem. Scoreboard at the half. Free my boy. Free my dog. He doesn't deserve this. Alright, you're Loud. You forced up into this round because you have to, right? You want to try and start a comeback and break the economy. You have close range weapons. You've got Buckies, you've got Stingers, you do have a Sheriff, but that is going to be the only weapon that's decent at long range here. You are facing a team that you know has a better buy. What do you buy when you have a better buy? Rifles, Guardians, Bulldogs, weapons that are better at long range. Are you going to let them walk into you? Or are you going to try and fight them and give them even more of an advantage in this fight than they already have with the better guns? Take a wild guess what Loud do. They get killed by Timotino and Asuna. Luxio ends up getting timinged here, picking up the rifle, and boom. There you go. Round over. Pancata gives you a little glimpse of, like, hope, a little glimmer, right? He's able to get this kill, onto Cryo, because Cryo's not looking at him. Right there. He got it, believe me. No one wants to watch more of this game. Then he looks, gonna end up getting another kill onto Bang, giving you a little bit of that hope, right? Hold on. 11-3 maybe? Can we have a comeback? Right? Can we right the wrongs of the past? And then pulls a Lionzblade Masterclass here. You don't want to pull Lionzblade Masterclasses unless it's about a call you made while IGLing. That's a good Lionzblade Masterclass. That was not. And that is also the end of the video. They got rolled next round. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what video I should do for tomorrow in the comments below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.